video, I'm going to walk you through how to write highly effective ad copy for Google Ads. Ad copy that not only gets the clicks, but actually converts. Google search ads are essentially text ads, which means that the only thing that makes your ad different than the competitor is the ad copy you use. It's super important that you spend some time researching both the product and business that you're advertising for, as well as your audience, to make sure that your ad copy is super strong. Today, I will walk you through some of the tips and strategies that will make your ads profitable. But first, let's talk about the structure of responsive search ads. Basically, you can write up to 15 headlines and 4 descriptions, and then you have several assets that you can include, like image extensions, callouts, side links, promotion extensions, and more. Google will mix and match different headlines and descriptions to create different variations and basically show the ones that are most likely to get clicked. Remember, Google only makes money if someone clicks on your ad, so they're going to prioritize the variations that are most likely to get clicked. Well, in this video, I'm now going to walk through the different extensions. Definitely check the description because I'm going to be adding another video that literally covers that. I will walk you through all the elements and tips on how to write highly effective ad copy. First, we want to match our ad copy to the user intent. Think about how people are searching for your product or service and include those keywords in your headlines and descriptions. This is going to make it feel like a perfect match when someone sees your ad and increase the likelihood of your ad to get clicked. So here we are about to write ad copy. As you can see very quickly on the top, you have the ad strength. So this is where Google is going to guide you on add more headlines or include more keywords in your headlines. I would say definitely take a look at the ideas that it provides because usually are very helpful. I wrote a random URL here and we'll do some tests. So let's say that we are a roofing company and we do remodeling of roofing. So we could actually have a headline that basically says roof remodeling, #1 roof remodeling in Brickell. So that could be, let's say that we're in Brickell, Miami, like this could be a good headline to have. This is a way to match that user intent and how they are searching. Now, let's say that instead we are Google Ads management agency like we are. So we could basically say Google Ads management agency, and that could be your headline. Also, something to note is that you can always pin the headline on a specific position. So if there is a specific headline that you always want to make sure that it shows, you can actually pin it on position 1. I ran a lot of different tests, and usually Google prefers when things are on pin. So unless there is a need for it, I usually don't pin my headlines. I have found that over time, they just perform better when they're not pinned. Number 2, you want to avoid using general phrases like dead words, things that don't mean anything anymore because everyone uses them. So things like high quality or trusted by many, they've been used so much that they just don't have the same effect anymore. Instead, you want to back your claims with substance. Think about stats, numbers, real examples, social proof, different ways that you can actually prove you are the best. Let's say that we are a plumbing company. Instead of saying best plumbing company, we could say something like emergency repairs in 1 hour. Or we could also say Home Advisor top rated 2025. This way, we are just showing we are the best without actually saying we are the best company. We could also use something like 10,000 happy customers. This is a great way to showcase, hey, we are a legit company and our customers love us. So there are definitely different ways to prove this without actually saying we are the best. Number 3, we want to talk about benefits, not just features. Now, I think features are very important, and there is basically a lot of marketers saying, don't talk about features, just talk about the benefits. But when we are thinking about high intent searchers, like people that are ready to convert, they are really sometimes looking into the various specifics between brands to know which are they going to go with, right? So we do want to use features and we do want to talk about the brand too. But definitely we want to pair it with the benefits. For example, instead of talking just about remodels, we could say hassle-free remodels. That's a great way to add a benefit to the specific feature, which is the home remodel. This is where descriptions play a big role on being able to build on those benefits and features and that high emotional transformation that you're trying to convey. For example, let's say that we have a software company. We are trying to target freelancers who have multiple clients, and their worriness is they want to show up professional for their clients. They want to charge more money, but they might not be tech savvy and they feel overwhelmed. So our ad copy should be able to help them feel that ease. And there are ways to do it. I will use the description to say it takes 5 minutes to set up and you will never forget to bill a client again. It takes 5 minutes to set up is basically the feature, right? But you will never forget to bill a client again. That is where the benefit comes. And it's very powerful to really put both together. It just makes your copy way stronger. Maybe we have an app for workouts. And so how can we talk about, again, the feature and the benefit? If we are targeting busy moms, we could use our headlines to say something like beach body, no gym needed. We're talking about the benefit and then the feature, the fact that like you don't have to go to the gym to get fit. And then we can use the description to have something like 15 minutes workouts that feel like a win before your kids even wake up. That whole ad is just so much stronger because it's just showing the higher emotion of you can feel like you got a win and your kids are not even awake. Number 4, you want to have a clear call to action. I see it all the time. Business advertisers sometimes don't use call to actions, or when they use call to actions, they use too many or they're weak. So there are definitely ways to make your ad copy strong by adding a clear call to action. We are a Google Ads agency, so we could have a headline that says, book your free Google Ads call. So this call to action is very clear because we are intentionally telling people what we want them to do, and then we are telling them this is for Google Ads. Let's say that we are a roofing company. We could actually have something like book your free roof quote. So again, we are being clear that this is a free quote for your roof. Being able to tell people what we want them to do, it's definitely important, and you're going to see your conversion rate increase when you start using clear call to actions in your ad copy. Number 5, you want to include guarantees. This is a way to build trust in your brand. When people are buying from an unknown business or manufacturer, the biggest fear they have is safety in the transaction. Will this business deliver in the service or product that I'm purchasing? And we want to make sure as advertisers that we are building that trust in our ad copy as well as in the landing page. So having things like badges, reviews, testimonials are fantastic. And it's a great way to build that trust. Even having a highly professional website can be a way to build trust in your business. But in the ad copy, guarantees are very powerful because it's a way to kill that fear. So in our ad copy, we can have things like 30-day money guarantee or 30-minute response time or 99 retention rate. These are great ways to build that trust and basically get people to feel more comfortable on doing that transaction with us. And number 6 is having your brand name and your products in the ad copy. Simple as that, you want to make sure that you are including them. The last tip I want to share with you is dynamic keyword insertion. This can be really powerful to basically match the terms that people are using in their searches and make your ads more relevant. You're going to use the curvy brace and you can select keyword insertion or location insertion. I love to use it for location insertion. So if you're a business with different locations, you can actually select here, let's say the city. And something important to keep in mind is that if the search term the person wrote, it was too long, you have to have a default text. So that could be something like, let's say, number 1 roof remodeling company. So you will want to have something that is just a default and you can apply that. This is a great way to make your ads relevant. Sometimes can be a little funky when you're using just the keyword insertion because you don't know what that search term is and it might be out of context for what you actually use. So I always say dynamic keyword insertions are good, but definitely use them with caution, or at least make sure that you're reviewing your ad copy to make sure that your headlines make sense and your ad copy looks strong. But definitely for location, it's like very powerful and something that I would recommend that you use. This video walks you through how to write strong ad copy, but if you're looking to learn how to make the most out of a small budget with your Google Ads, make sure that you check this video where I will walk you through how to set up your campaigns. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you click subscribe so that you get notified next time my video comes out.